What significance is Walker Ridge?
Walker Ridge is almost like an island in the sky. It's not the highest point in the region, but from Walker Ridge you can see a vast viewshed in all directions, from Mount Shasta almost down to Mount Diablo. You can see Mount Canocti, the Southern Buttes of the Sierra. It's early on in plate tectonics, it had a lot of placement of serpentine rock and soils. And serpentine is an early new rock, and it has a lot of iron and magnesium in it. So plants have grown to just survive on that, and lots of other plants can't. So you get a lot of rare and endemic species that Glenn can talk about.
Is it a protected area?
A lot of Walker Ridge on the west side is within the National Monument.
Which monument is that?
Berryessa Snow Mountain National Monument. There was some areas left out that have been proposed over the last 20 years for different projects with wind development. But according to state maps, the wind levels at Walker Ridge are really very marginal.
My name is Bruno Sabatier. I'm a District 2 Supervisor for the County of Lake and the current chair of the board. The National Monument helps to protect and preserve the land that we love in a rural environment rather than allowing it to become part of development as suburban areas start to crawl into Lake County. This helps preserve the natural state of our county. We have a historic county with a lake that is almost 500,000 years old and a volcano in the middle of it, and all of that, we need to preserve it. It's in the watershed, and if we can protect those areas, then it'll help protect our lake so much longer. Protecting the nature around our lake is part of the critical part of our work. We don't want to become anything other than rural. We want to boost our economy, but we want to boost our economy by getting people to enjoy the nature around us. By preserving these areas, not only are we preserving the biodiversity of the plants and the animals around us, but we're also preserving our way of life.
There are a few places in California that have the level of botanical diversity, and particularly of rare plant diversity, that Walker Ridge has, which includes more than 450 documented species. In fact, botanists have documented more than 30 species that are rare on the ridge and would be potentially threatened by future development activities. It's impossible to have development that occurs along the ridge line that does not affect a whole suite of species.
So we have this jewel now that's here that we're still working to get the word out, but more and more people every year are beginning to enjoy it.
One of our themes in marketing Lake County right now is come to Lake County, it's an adventure, and this national monument helps us to offer that kind of adventure. And we're just so fortunate enough to be surrounded by two metropolitan areas, and it's correct to come to Lake County and enjoy this national monument.
We're flying now straight towards the Blue Ridge, which is made up of sandstone and shale beds that have been steeply tilted and upright by the pressure of plate tectonics. Right on this heading, we're headed almost straight towards Berryessa Peak, which is the highest point in this part of the Blue Ridge. It's interesting here too, we're flying over Yolo County farmlands, one of the most productive farming places on the globe. There's only 5 places in the world that have the weather, the Mediterranean climate, the deep soils, and the irrigation that we find here. Quite a destination for wildflowers.